Hello everybody, welcome along to JACKOCAR Season 1 Round 14 here for the Japanese Grand Prix. We're getting very close to the end of the season now. I can't believe it, we're only 2 weeks away from the season finale. It's all flown by so quickly. And we're one of the best circuits on the calendar tonight at Suzuka. I'm your commentator Owen White, as always. With me, man in charge, the ruthless dictator himself, Jacko.
Thank you, ruthless dictator. I think I might take up that role if that's giving me permission there.
I mean, you're the one that ruthlessly dictating. You're the one who has control of where you're a dictator, not really.
Yeah. But anyway, how are we, Owen?
I'm very, very good. Getting a bit sick of this game now, I gotta say, but luckily races are still entertaining to watch, and we're certainly going to get some entertaining ones over the next 3 weeks. We're at the sharp end now of the season. This is where you're going to get the least margin for error. And it'll really push these guys. I'm very much looking forward to see how this all goes on. Also, we've got Cam, and he's just calm, so I'm very happy he's here. We'll see what he does. I know he's quite quick, so he might actually put himself in there, as Yuri has retired in the pit lane. Has he had a penalty for this week, or is he just not fancying qualifying?
The only penalty that there was Baz's 5-second penalty from
hold on,
2 weeks ago being carried over.
I think he's actually binned it at the Casio Triangle. I don't think we'll get a good shot of it. As Clyde as well. All three sectors are yellow right now, and that's at the Dunlop curve. We know that one. We can probably find someone there. Arnaud's also nearly spinning off. That's Bill off there. Has there been a crash? Have they all collided in there? That's a mess down there. It's all going off. Oh well. Nothing they can do about that, I guess. But a lot of cars losing it. I saw Arnaud was all over the road, and luckily he kept it up. But yeah, a pretty hectic start there to qualifying. I don't know what's going on.
Now it's calmed down. I'll just go back to Baza. He is the only one carrying a penalty this week, but he has actually left the league, sadly, for personal reasons, so we wish him well with whatever is the problem at home there. He is being replaced tonight by Camke, as you've mentioned, the American driver in the 42 car. And there's another replacement as well. Mark Beesmit is missing tonight in place of Bill, who is currently P10 without a lap set.
He's in the grass right now, but livery of the week already is going to TC. He has listened to me after I told him to change it last week, and he's finally shaking it up. He's got his white and gold, and I'm very much a fan of that. Look at it, it's so nice.
It's the first time TC's run a different colour scheme this season. We've become accustomed to the black and the red with a little bit of gold on. Now it's all white and gold. It's very nice with those medium tyres on.
Looks great from a distance as well, because the colours blend quite well. It just looks like a pure gold coming in right at you. I'm very much a fan of that. Hopefully he keeps that for the rest of the season, honestly. I don't think anyone will be opposed to that. Very nice indeed. Good stuff. And P3 as well, on the mediums. So, yeah, we'll see faster from him. Currently it's MK Bourne on top. He's reverted back to his normal livery after he won livery of the week last time out with his Germany special livery. A lot of drivers went special for that one. A few have kept theirs, I think. Got Jess kept hers as well, didn't she? Yeah, she has kept it. The purple and green.
I'm just sad that MK Bourne didn't keep his Germany special.
Yeah, it was a very good one, wasn't it?
I mean, nothing wrong with his main scheme that he's used all season.
No. Very good liveries. He's got 2 good liveries. That's a strong thing to have if you want to win loads of badges. We've got more yellow flags in the final sector. This is just for people slowly entering the pits, I think. I know we did have an accident at the Casio Triangle, actually, for Yuri. I think it was an accident rather than a pit stop, because there was a car stopped on the DRS detection point, which is obviously the Casio Triangle. And I'm just saying, since we don't have Baza, doesn't mean we don't have anybody with a Brawn livery anymore. We had 2 last week. I can't seem to find anyone with a Brawn livery.
Bill was the other one.
He's not got it anymore. Yeah, he's changed the colour to Mercedes. We're evolving now. We're into the Mercedes era. Yeah, I like this actually. He's still got the Brawn colours for his kit and his helmet. So yeah, we're evolving.
Spins at the hairpin, almost half a spin.
Yeah, he's done a half spin there, no real trouble. I think he's on an outlap anyway, so he'll just say he was hitting the tyres up.
Anyway, also there's a little lull in qualifying here. I'll just quickly explain to everybody watching the process of what's going to happen over the next 2 weeks. This is the first round of the second round of the playoffs, if that makes sense to anybody. But basically, the 7 playoff drivers, they only have 2 rounds now, that's Japan and Canada, to advance to China, where they'll be fighting for the title in 2 weeks' time. Khalifa needs a P8 finish today, so he's near enough set. Pete looks pretty handy, because he's like about 15 points clear of the rest, but Jamie, MK Bourne, Arnold, Dexter and TC, those 5 fighting over 2 places.
Well, obviously, when you've got Pete not taking part in qualifying now, and this isn't being the easiest track to overtake, yeah, Pete could find himself in a bit of trouble. I know he's got a good gap, but say he doesn't finish tonight when he gets caught up in an accident. I mean, we saw it happen even in qualifying. So many cars going off at Dunlop there at the start. He needs to be just... I know he probably will get through, but he's just going to be a bit wary that he might mess it up a little bit if he's
yeah, so all his hard work from earlier in the season will be useful to him, because he had like 19 or so playoff points. So he's safe in that regard, he's got a nice head start, but if, like you say, he finishes 16th down to 20th somewhere and then he picks up a single point, you know, next week he's going to be relying on a very good result just to be safe, because he's going to be ending up fighting the guys around him.
Absolutely.
And
so
MK Bourne and Jamie, they're not slow.
Yeah. And I always think back to, I think, Australia, where he struggled to get through the field a little bit. I had the accident. I always worry he'll do that again when he's in situations like this, so you do have to keep an eye on him tonight. But yeah, I saw something was going off, but I think it was just to let, I think it was Arnaud through. I was watching, I would know who it was. Maybe it was Khalifa, I don't know. No, it's Arnaud. And Khalifa, by the way, has now gone top. He's also kept his last livery. Good stuff. Keep it forever. I don't think anyone likes the last one anymore.
Just the Bahrain colours livery.
And Risky as well has kept his... what do you call this? I'm trying to remember what this reminds me of. Blade Runner. He's got... That's what I'm calling it. It's the Blade Runner colours on there. All the neon futuristic lights. That's all it reminds me of. Can you tell I do film studies? Oh, look at Dexter. That'll be into the wall. And luckily... Oh no, he's broke the rear left. Didn't think he'd break that with that hit, but he's broken the rear left. He's out of qualifying.
Dexter not been the strongest qualifier. He's only finished... I say finished. Qualified as high as... I'm frantically trying to bring up stats here. His best qualifying this season is P6. So that won't help him out. I'm improving that.
See, KK's kept his... oh, Mr. John as well is gone. Where's he went? He's also gone at the Dunlop curve, look, on the map. It's a tricky old corner, that one. It's easy to just drift off wide with the understeer on the exit. On the way out, and OKK nearly lost it over the bump there. He's kept his status GP livery, but my goodness, he was nearly into the wall there as he goes P4. This guy's really struggling out there today. We've got TC out there. I believe this is his first attempt on softs, and well, he's pitting, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer. That's not annoying at all. Come on, I want to see a good lap from him when he's done that lap on the mediums. Here's Whiteside. He's coming up to the line now. He's going to go P10.
Is that still your favourite livery?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many good ones now. I'm a massive fan of Baz's one, you know? The Bronze GP one. I'm a massive fan of the one TC's actually got on today. I very much liked MK Bourne's one last week. Which ones do you like? Whichever ones do you like? I'm trying to remember now. I'm racking
For
through my
me,
brain.
it's easy. MK Born, the Germany special,
Mm.
and this is a cheeky chance to plug here. If you want to vote on your favourite livery of the season, if you head to the JACKOCAR Twitter, there is the option to do voting for the end of season awards, which best livery is one of the categories.
I think Frenagamu's Earth Dreams livery was good, but of course I've got to say that because I designed it. Well, I gave him the colours for it. Jordan's livery as well, same colours actually, also nice. There's so many good ones, honestly. Most drivers have had a very nice livery at some point.
Yeah, I re-watched the Australia race a couple of nights ago, and to tell you what, the liveries now to what they were then are definitely a lot better.
Apart from well, actually no. Do you know what? Frenagamu's is better than it was in Australia.
You're starting to like it, aren't you?
Well, it's not as disgusting anymore because it's not brown. It's yellow now. It's got the purple. It's got the green. I mean, it's all right. It's a bit better now. The first iteration of this one was just disgusting.
And then, of course, he ran the Happy Birthday Owen livery in Silverstone.
Yep.
That was even better.
It was. Got to say that one was good, even though I missed it. But then he used it again, I think, the next week. So I got to see it again. But yeah, he's a weird one with his liveries, isn't he? At least they stand out, the good ones and the bad ones.
And
But
he
yeah.
always gets the helmet to match.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just disgusting, isn't it? That's the only thing that hasn't ever got better once. As he passes Jess there on his quali lap. Might have got a little bit of toe there. And he is up by 5/10. I'm not gonna put him up in position or anything, but still. Unless he had a per final sector last time, of course, and he can gain a second. Yellow flags behind. Don't know who that's for, honestly. And yeah, I didn't quite make a position up there for Nagami. Which of the top guys are on a lap? We've got Arnold on a lap. We'll follow him round. He's in the hairpin at the moment. Just making sure. Actually, no, sorry. Kamababu's actually going through Spoon, but he's also on the grass in Spoon. So we'll see what his middle sector's like. And if it's good, then we'll keep following. If it's not, then we'll just go back to Arnold. Okay, Arnold time. Oh, he's abandoned. Brilliant. NK Board, don't let me down. He's nearly crashed into Frenagami. That was way too close. Definitely way offline there in the S's. I don't imagine that first sector's going to be anything special. Yeah, it's down. Not been much action in his last attempt, so there's certainly a lot more potential. But certainly not a clear run so far for most of these guys. They're really struggling. We're not nearly as close as we were last week on qualifying times, which is a shame, but with a track so challenging, you can imagine how this could make the race quite interesting.
Nice to see Jamie Splinter up there in P2 at the moment, and of course he may not remain there. Very, very decent driver. He considers himself the underdog. I spoke to him earlier in the week regarding possible shot at the title in 2 weeks' time, and he was playing down his chances, but he's somebody you should really keep an eye on tonight, next week, and, well, China if he makes it.
What's it? He's been there the whole season, so he's clearly got potential to do it. If he's got to this stage, as NK Born improves a little bit in P5. And like I say again, with Pete so far away, this is a big opportunity for someone like Splinter. What if he goes and wins this thing tonight, Splinter? I mean, it's not like it's under question. He's about to start his final lap. Let's see what he can do here. But, you know, I don't think anyone would have really predicted him at this stage, in fairness, to win it. But if he's here at this stage, he's clearly got some pace, and so you cannot write him off.
And the stats don't lie, Owen. He's got 1 pole, 1 win. He's won 1 stage. He's only got 6 playoff points, but out of 13 races, he's had more top 10 finishes than any other driver in the league, and that's 11. So the consistency is there. And if you think we get to China in 2 weeks, Pete, Khalifa, Crash, for example, who's going to be there? Jamie, worth a shout, MK Bourne as well. They are underdogs, but they can win this title.
And trying to remember, was Splinter ILR8 champion as well?
He was indeed.
So he knows how to win these things. And he can keep his head right till the end.
In ILR8, You may remember I ran a simplified version of the JACKOCAR point system alongside the main point system.
Yep.
And Jamie won that as well.
Yeah. But he's on his last qualifying lap now, so let's see what he does with this, because he's 2 tenths up at the moment. If he can just find a little bit more in his last sector, pole position could be there for him as he heads into the Casio Triangle to finish this lap off. Cruising through there, but he should be okay to get to the line now. What time is Splinter going to post here? Yeah, not an improvement really by much. Only 2/1000, so it all fell apart towards the end there. Who's furthest through that right now? I think, OKK. OKK's on one. He's 2 tenths up as well. Lovely rev glitch. That's nice. We'll just have to watch from the outside then. And sorry, I think I kept calling Status GP a GP2 team. I think they were actually only GP3. Maybe they were both. I can't remember. Yeah, there's never any information on this team. Just know they exist, because I have a feeling some people probably have no idea what team I'm talking about when I compare this car. I don't know if you remember it. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I remember after last week's race, I ended up Googling Status GP. So
well, there you go. There you go.
I can confirm their cars were black with a green sort of.
Yes.
Okay, like livery, if you will.
They are real then. That's the. That's all we need to know.
Yeah, we don't know anything else, but they were a real team.
Whiteside has gone P4, displacing OKK, so he's going to improve a little bit to get himself back up there. And he has taken that P4. Arnold half a second up on his first sector. TC just gone P3, and Khalifa's backed off. And where's Camu Babo? He's down as well. This looks like it's going to be all on Arnold. Also, Risky hasn't been able to get one single valid lap yet, so let's see if he can do that as he comes through the Casio Triangle for the final time. All on Risky and all on Arnold to the line. Risky goes P4, not a bad lap. But Arnold up by 0.6 of a second. If he just holds this, he's going to take pole position here in Japan. But look at that slide. That might have lost him the time he needed, but he still gets it.
Huge. Big lap.
That's brilliant, that lap. And Cam's gone P11, but for some reason he's qualified on the mediums. Oh dear, Cam. Has no one told him the rule? You might need to quickly tell him it's a 2-stop, it's a 2-stop. How do you qualify on the mediums? Unless he's planning doing medium to soft in the race. Here's an option, I guess. Just very rarely you see drivers doing that here. Anyway, grid for this race. Top 10 all going to be starting on the softs, and it is Arnold on pole from Khalifa, Splinter, TC, Risky, OKK, Whiteside, NK Bourne, Jordan, and Camu Babo up there. Then outside the top 10, you've got Cam, Bill, Dexter, Frenegamu, Indecisive, and Jess, and there were 4 people who didn't set a time. Mr. John, Clyde, Yuri, and of course Pete, who didn't even get a chance because he was late.
Yeah, so you've got to watch the battle for. Sorry, as I just burped. Whiteout, Jordan, and Camo Babo. 3 chase drivers in the top 10, by the way. That's going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, only for the 3 in the top 10. They got to work it.
What?
I mean, what are they going to do when Pete gets it in? Because we know how quick Pete is. You got to keep an eye on Pete. I'm going to keep an eye on Cam, frankly, because I don't know what he was doing with that qualifying lap, and I'm not going to even try. Right, I like him. Let's just say that much. But I'm not going to be too biased. I'm not going to be screaming with joy every time he makes an overtake. But I will have to keep my eye on him. I won't ram it on your throat, so don't worry. Anyway, as we said, it's going to be a dry start, and again, the 2-stop. Of course, there are still people who are on the Joker. Crucially, Khalifa's one of them. And the other one is Frenegamu. Yeah. That is very interesting indeed for this championship, because he gets this right, Khalifa. He wins. This could be the first time we see a Joker pay off. Or we'll see the Joker curse strike once again, and it'll be extremely costly for Khalifa at this stage.
And those who are against the Joker strategy, which I don't think there are many of them, but they do exist out there. Khalifa and Pro Opa tonight, they are the last 2 drivers this season on the Joker. There are no more.
So this is last chance saloon. Please let it work.
Otherwise we've got to wait until season 2.
Yeah.
Mid-July.
Ooh.
So what was that? Did you hear something, Aaron?
I mean, might have heard something. Maybe it's just the wind.
Maybe.
Anyway, starting tyres. Everyone's on the softs, except for Dexter and Indecisive. Pretty simple stuff. So, yeah, I think it's actually a lot less variety than we've seen in most races this season. Oh, Pete, that is very sexy. Oh, God, what am I going to do now?
That's his Brexit/Boris livery. Last seen at Silverstone.
What am I going to do now? Can we give it to 2 people in 1 week?
Yeah, go on then.
Right, Pete's also won it. Do you know what? He's got helmet of the week as well, because that one actually suits the car. TC's one is still black. Just make it gold as well. Anyway, sorry. Got sidetracked deliveries. I had to check his one because I hadn't seen it yet. We've got so many top class liveries on here. Is there even any liveries I don't like on this grid anymore? They're all so good.
You still like Yuri's as well, don't you? Which is based off the old
based off the old Cybers, I think. Well, it's what I compare it to.
in your world, IndyCar in his world.
Yeah.
And in my world, it's based off Michael Waltrip's 55 car.
Yeah, there's plenty of
2007.
Plenty of nice uses for it then. I even like Mr. John's livery. I'm at that point now where I've sort of got used to it now. But yeah, Yuri's, man, I just have a sauce for it. I just reminds me, that's Felipe Nasr. Love it. Okay, there's not a single bad livery on the grid anymore. I'm just going to say, even Frenegami's has its qualities. Well done, lads and lady. Liveries, however, mean nothing when we are about to start a race, Jacker.
That is true. Arnold lines up on the grid in P1 for the 3rd time in a row this season. What can he do from there?
Well, let's find out. This is a unique turn one. It's flat out. And this will make it very difficult to make overtakes, but we'll see how they handle it. We've got Arnold on the right, and we've got Khalifa on the left, and we are away in Japan. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Yeah, I got there in the end. And Khalifa's had a fantastic start. Look at him, he's in the lead already. There's no point fighting inside, and I think Arnold's tried to. We're on board with TC's at the fur, but Arnold nearly off the track there. But he's kept it on. Just a bite, but he's P2. And look at TC, he's onto the grass there. And this is the problem with getting your line run for you. That's going to affect you the whole way up. How is he not bindy? Oh, one of them has. It's risky, and we've got all sorts going on. There is absolute carnage here at the start of the race. We've got cars everywhere getting damaged. Pete's up to 12, and he's got damage. He's got massive damage. That's a real trouble for him. Great start, and it's ruined for him. No safety cars up yet because we've still got all drivers in the race.
Involved, by the way, that's important. Splinter was involved in that.
Splinter was the guy that was spinning round at the start of all that. Pete still making it the grid. OKK's got no front wing now. So many people have just fell through the field of that. I'm surprised it wasn't TC. I was watching him. I was expecting him to be the one to go. But no, it was everyone else pretty much. What a hectic start. Khalifa leads. Surely this is where this Joker's gonna work. It has to today. Has to. Anyway, oh, Yuri, that's definitely not the line when you've got front wing damage. There's gonna be so many cars into the pit lane on lap 1 here. It'll be quite difficult to keep a track of it. Dexter, currently the highest man on the medium compound tyre. Has he got any damage? No. Whiteye has left the session in P5. Right then, let's see who's pitting. And Whiteye has left, as we say. He's not going to ghost, remember, so they better make sure they don't hit him. We've got Cam in. We've got Yuri in. And is that it, really? We've got, well...
KK will join them eventually, but
yeah,
just the 2 pitters for the moment.
So a lot of them actually deciding not to pit, even though there's plenty of damage on their cars. Like, Pete isn't pitting. Surprising, that. And yeah, KK gets a speeding penalty. But yeah, we've got to keep our eye here on Whiteye. Will he get back in his car in time? Because... these guys might not know he's DC if they haven't been looking at the bottom of their screen. Obviously, they'll know the X is there.
He needs to get back in sharpish because his main
rival... Kamababo!
Kamababo's out!
Where's that happened?
Where is that?
Yeah, but whereabouts? It's on the inside of Dana 2, that's why I couldn't see it. Yeah, as you say, BSC is out. Hopefully, we can see Whiteside back in the car. There he is, back in the car.
but Jordan had already got past him just before the Camo Babo crash.
So he just loses 2 positions and all that. In fact, he's just got back past Jordan, so it might have been an illegal overtake.
Yep. Might have been under yellow saying that. By the way, very important, Splinter all the way down in P15. MK Born up to 4.
Is Whitehite following the VSC rules? Has he got the VSC memo? I think he's not got it, actually.
He's caught up to Bill very quickly.
Yeah. This is controversial. I mean, it's not really his fault, is it? But he hasn't got a VSC, and this VSC is gone now, but look at the gap he's made. On Dexter, he's miles clear. Very interesting, that. TC's had a great start, by the way.
Yep.
On R9 now, but look at the understeer. He's lost all that advantage. He's struggling so much through this S section at the moment. But as you say, yeah, Jordan Petty's onto the hard compound tyres. I'm shaking my head at that one.
Long then. Well, I don't know. It only takes one safety car and he can come back out on the mediums or the softs, time dependent on how many laps left. So it might be a good call from Jordan.
Can we just point out, look at the front wing of Pete. He's got Frenagami on him. And no offence to Frenagami, but this isn't really a fight you'd expect to see. This is how much Pete's struggling right now. I mean, it's a flat panel. It's not a wing, it's just flat on the right hand side. Quite how he's able to do anything. Yeah, risk it inside. Didn't quite see it, but saw the end of it. Nicely done by the looks of it. And we've also got Dexter on the back of Whitehite now, who might well have just slowed down. I have a feeling someone must have told him what's happened there. And he is slowing right down again, as you can see by the gap. And he's lagging all over the show.
Or is it lag? Yeah.
Well, here comes Dexter anyway, inside. He's up to P6. And look at Whitehite off the track there. He's lagging a lot. He might end up leaving again. We'll wait and see though. Yellow flags in the first sector. There is a car off. I believe it is probably OKK. It is OKK, yeah.
As Pete pits, by the way, from P8.
He had to. The damage was ridiculous on this car.
Under the mediums. And a new front wing. Mr. John making good ground up to P11.
Out he goes again. Pete, I mean, he still, I feel, should have put it under the VSC. That was a good opportunity for him now. Oh, actually, no, VSC had gone by then, hasn't it, actually? Either way, should have put it earlier. Point still stands. So, Khalifa then, 2.6 seconds clear on lap 4. We're surprised, I'm surprised anyway, we haven't got a safety car already in the opening stages. We've had so much carnage. But, yeah, Khalifa, he won't be minding it too much. He'll want no safety cars at all today, as Risky does a switch back and gets past Whitehite, who is massively struggling for pace right now and for good internet connection. Down to P8 now. It's a shame this, because I don't think there's much you can do about it. Pete, by the way, came back out in P17 behind Cam, who's also on the back of Jordan. We've got that freeway fight.
I'm just doing some maths here, Owen. If Jordan can finish P8 today, that will
that's not going to end well. That is not going to end well. Frenagami's out. And TC's just passed Arnold just as the safety car comes out. That is brilliant timing for TC. And Whitehite as well. Like, they collided on the way up the hill. It was always going to happen that way. Unfortunately, I didn't actually catch any of the infringing accidents, but we saw what caused them, so that counts. We're right on board.
All drivers straight into the pits as well. Splinter, John, Cloud, Risky.
Well, yeah, they get to pit, and you can see where the 2 cars ended up there. Now, has the safety car picked these guys up at the front? No. So they should all be able to pit with no problems. This, of course, should be Khalifa's one and only stop.
He goes onto the hards. I was just saying, as that incident happened, if Jordan can finish P8, that will knock Camo Babo out of the chase. And of course, now that Connor's crashed, or Whiteout as we all know him, Jordan only needs to finish P7 to knock Connor out of the chase as well.
Yeah, Yuri there just got a speeding penalty. The thing I'm waiting to see is Frenagami Well, he's out of the race now, isn't he? I'm being stupid. Well, that is the curse of the one stop already, the Joker.
Yep, was one of them.
I was going to say, is he going to get disqualified? But he's not here to get disqualified, because it always tells me on the graphic he's been disqualified under a safety car, but not anymore. Maybe it was someone else that takes it up. But yeah, the big question for me here is, what will Dexter do? Will he stay out on those mediums, or will he put for more and then just put sauce on at the end? Surely.
Dexter will tell you he's learnt his lesson from Singapore, where he lost a race when he doesn't like me mentioning it. Well, I like to remind him.
It could be relevant then for this, though.
Yep. If he's learnt anything, he'll pit at the end of this lap.
So Khalifa, that is his one and only pit stop done, and he is still in the lead of the race.
Out.
Dexter, I don't really know that's the best idea for him, but we'll...
Dexter's going for the race lead. He's thinking of stage points. He's thinking of playoff points.
Yeah, could be. Although we might end up going green on the next lap. When do you get the stage point for this race? Probably on this lap, actually.
You asked me, end of P6, lap 6 and lap 13.
Right, okay, fair enough.
So
I guess that works.
Should get a stage win here.
I think MK Bourne's jumped Arnold in the pits, by the way.
He has, yep.
So a really bad couple of laps for him, obviously, with TC past him just as the safety car came out. And MK Bourne getting by too. But Khalifa, touch wood and all that, this is going perfectly to plan for him. Of course, he has to still pass Dexter, and that could go wrong in many ways, but if he just gets past, he's got the track all to himself for the rest of the race. Because we haven't seen a Joker in this scenario yet, where the driver's actually been leading the whole time. And yes, I guess this isn't really the Joker's main focus, though, is it really, to be leading, pit lead? It's more sort of if you're in the midfield, that's where you gain a big advantage. So it's fact we haven't seen this sort of scenario too many times. Maybe that's why it's not working. But if it works tonight, it works.
The closest we come to it was Whiteout in Australia, until of course he went into the front wing of Cloud. You'll remember the incident.
Indeed.
But yeah, that was the closest that any Joker has come to winning. Just a part that each driver is entitled to. They can use it at whatever track they want to benefit themselves.
Yeah.
Of course, as you say, it hasn't happened yet.
City car will stay out because most of the pack's nowhere near them. OKK is still in the middle sector. So,
yeah. And Dexter will win the stage. That's his 4th this season.
Yeah. Right then. Now I just need for these guys to hurry up and catch up now. I want to see some racing. We've got Jess still to catch up. She's going to be there in a minute. Yuri and Clyde a bit further behind, and OKK at the very back of it all, but still not a million miles away in all fairness.
So, Yuri and Cloud, the only drivers to have made 2 stops, but it might be a bit too early in the race for them to benefit from that.
OKK is pitting again.
Yeah.
This is for his 2nd stop.
Correct.
Taking his penalty as well. All a good idea there, in fairness, if he can catch it all up. He'll be on mediums to the end of the race now. Let's see how this works out for him.
Matt and Dexter, the only 2 drivers yet to pit. Matt says his goal for season 2, if he gets a race seat, is to finally get a stage win. He'd come very close. But look at the 5 drivers in front of him.
So Yuri will be the lead driver out here with 2 stops done. And so that should get him somewhere up the grid if he just keeps it on the pace. Same with Clyde, same with OKK, if he catches it all up before we get going again. Which is easier said than done, considering he's not as far behind as he was at the end of the last lap. But I guess the whole pack will probably park it all up on the way up the hill anyway if the safety car's coming in. It's just worth pointing out he will have to put his foot down anyway. Let's see, will the safety car go in this lap? There's no reason for it to not really pit this lap. So it looks like I put his lights. I put a notification on the bottom of the screen when it comes up. Hopefully it'll be up as we head through here, really. Otherwise I'll be leaving it very late. or we'll just be going another lap.
Okay, so just going around the spoon curve. He's got to get his foot down if it is coming in this lap. If it doesn't, Dexter should pit.
Will he pit?
Stays out.
Yeah, safety car has stayed out. I don't really see why it stays out. But that helps okay because he wouldn't have caught them. He wouldn't have caught them, so at least he gets to go now. But it has possibly added an extra lap to the race at OKK. I don't know if that's how that works. But in fact, if the safety car said it was going in at the top of the hill, then the whole pack would have been slowed down anyway, so he maybe would have caught it. But anyway, he's there now, I guess. A lap potentially wasted, but that helps him out, actually. In all fairness, being on the freshest tyres out there, he just gets one extra lap of usage out of them. Because he can protect them on this lap instead of pushing full throttle. Wouldn't that be something if he can make something out of this after being no front wing on lap 1 and having that all go wrong? Who's the biggest gainer so far? Obviously it's Dexter, isn't it, at the front? Yeah, he's not pitted, I guess.
MK Bourne.
MK Bourne, really? Yeah.
Because you've got to look where his main rival is, Jamie, down in P13.
Well, I mean, in fairness, actually, Mr. John as well made up 8 places, and he's pitted once. It's not like he hasn't pitted, so he's done quite well. I guess he avoided all of the start carnage, because, I mean, half the field were facing the wrong way in the S's. Hopefully we don't see that happen again, but I've got quite a suspicion that it will happen again. It's so easy to have it happen up there. I mean, we see TC every lap. I am shocked at that he hasn't been up there once already. But his time might come soon. He's got his win anyway, it's fine. He might not win the season though if he wins it, so he's got to keep this all going in the right direction because he's putting himself in the case for P2 right now.
Yeah, and just to throw it out there, same rules that happened in the last 3 rounds and the 10 rounds before that, if you will. If a playoff driver wins this race, they're on their way to China.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter whether they're Khalifa, who's leading on points, or if it's TC, who's at the last out of the 7.
So, safety car in this lap. Dexter will be leading the pack away, but for how long? Because he has got to make 2 pit stops. You've got to assume the pit stop might end up being a bit later for him now, and he'll maybe just do 2 soft runs, because if he pits at this point he'll just be last, and you just question, well, why didn't you just do it earlier on when the safety car was out? So we'll see what he decides to do, because if he stays out for long enough, this could hold this whole pack up. This could be where the race is won or lost, but no, is he pitting? No, he's staying out. Sorry, it's the camera angle that's annoying me. But yeah, look at TC then, right on the back of Khalifa. This is where obviously he passed Arnaud before the safety car came out. No way through this time, I guess, and no DRS. That's probably the reason. Bill's just got by Indecisive. Cam's got by Mr. John. A lot of moves into turn 1. Hopefully we all get up the hill this time with no problems. Khalifa harrying Dexter and getting a bit offline. But no one is spinning off or making any errors at the front of the grid anyway. We'll have to maybe keep an eye on the map to see if anyone messes it up further on down the grid, but I believe we're all made it through the first sector quite well. Although Khalifa, as we said, that was a massive slide through the first Degna, and a few people still going up and down in positions there. Clyde putting himself as the highest 2-stop driver already.
He's got wing damage again, by the way.
Again?
Yeah, he had just overtaken Jordan on track.
Yeah, he's absolutely...
He made a bit of contact on the way through.
Smashed the wind to pieces there as Clyde there is getting past Jess. And Mr. John
gets out of the way for these boys.
Yeah, he's falling through the field now, as probably will be Pete. That front wing damage again is just too much. It is too much.
Yeah, he's gone wide at spin. John up the inside. Good move.
Yeah. We'll give him that one.
That one in the highlight reel.
And there goes Jordan on Indecisive now, getting through, and Indecisive actually has got lost.
He's on so wide at 130.
Yeah, quite a few of them have. And Indecisive's parking it for some reason. Doesn't quite know what the meaning behind that is. He's caused the yellow by going so slowly, but he's last now. And Arnaud and MK Bourne are going side by side, but look at the front. We've got it all going on up there as well. Arnaud off the track, but
Risky
these guys
are
so close. Yeah, with Risky on the inside, that could be damaged in an instant if they're not careful. But the 2 or the 3 at the front, this is gonna get very difficult in a moment. Because now they're gonna have MK Bourne on here. Could NK Bourne be poising himself for a win? Because of course what these guys all want, TC as well I guess, but what these guys all want is Khalifa to smash his front wing to pieces on this, because that's pretty much the only way he's not going to win this thing today. And TC, if he's aware of the Joker situation, he might well know he's got to pass.
Yeah. NK Bourne picked up a penalty for the Deckers as you was talking there, so not out of it, but they could have done without those 3 seconds. You were right though, Dexter holding the leaders up.
Do you reckon he'll try and hold it till lap 13, get that next stage point, then pit for his first time and do 2 soft runs? I guess he's got to try. And it'd be fantastic for the entertainment as well. So please do stay out, Dexter. Here comes Khalifa. Thinks about it, goes for it on the inside. Contact, that's a broken front wing there, that's a spin as well. TC's got through it with no damage, and this is exactly what they all wanted. As Arno, will he get through as well? That's into the pits. It's perfect.
That's it.
It is perfect for TC then, who leads the race. And we're going to have a lot of potential angriness coming from Dexter, who's been knocked out of the lead of the race. What an incredible development that was. Although I've got to say, I definitely predicted that one, so...
You did.
I want a medal for that. But
you
TC...
said that at the hairpin and it happened.
TC then. Well. He's got no penalties as TC, remember? I think. So NK Bourne could pass him and TC would still be on his way to China. Amazing. Incredible. But it's a long way to go. We've still got another round of pit-stops, of course. But look at that, Khalifa's down the path, but he's got 13 seconds of clean air. So what he's going to hope is now all these guys at the front start fighting, he can catch that all back up again, because he's going to be on his own for quite a while here, and that could benefit him quite handsomely.
Be the dream for TC. He advanced from round 1, P10 out of 10. If he wins this, he's going to advance from P7 out of 7.
He's pulling away now as well. He's nearly cleared the DRS range. And on the way up the hill, there it goes, 1 second the gap. And TC is controlling the race now, but his ERS is very, very low. He's got to start saving that a bit. We've got Bill on the back of Risky for P4. Who'd have thought we saw these two fighting this high, and Cam as well, having had that problem earlier on. He's onto the back of Bill. DRS, actually, this is probably the best chance of an overtake on this straight for any of them. And Splinter sets the fastest lap. He's back in this as well, of course. And Bill, that's wide. Yep, will Cam be able to nip underneath? No, he'll be behind a little bit longer. But we've got to keep an eye on the ERS of TC, because he is really very low. If he has a DRS attack on him and it's close enough, he will have nothing to defend with.
And one other thing we've got to keep in mind is, even though Khalifa's down in P14, he has made his second stop. So if these guys end up battling... Well,
this is it, that's what I'm saying, yeah. He could just put himself up there as Yuri's off into the gravel trap on the way up the hill. No front wing damage, I assume he must have went off all on his own. But yeah, Splinter is back in this race. He's made one stop, of course. Clyde, you know what? Clyde is in the net race lead by a long way, actually.
Well,
he will
have
to pit.
Yeah.
But he could certainly make something work with this.
I would look more towards OKK.
Well, yeah, actually, OKK, what's his gap?
Even Yuri.
I mean, OKK can end up coming from last to win this thing. I mean, it's not even that it's out of the question. It's pretty likely from where he is. Although, in fairness, when everyone pits, they'll be on much, much, much faster tyres. But you just never know, as NK Bourne puts it onto the grass. And Arnoud's got a great chance of putting himself up into P2 here. Do not underestimate these two at the front. They've got fantastic pace. And Arnoud's just put himself into second place. But he's got that completely wrong. He's going to go wide. He should get a nice slingshot on the exit though. And we've got Bill and we've got Risky fighting away up the hill as well. Risky somehow stays ahead. But this will be so interesting to see how this one all plays out. As Bill puts it wide, Cam inside, becomes the outside, becomes P5 that one, and Splinter as well. Looking our way past as well.
Don't rule out any of the top.
Oh dear, that's the gravel trap.
Any of the top 10 could win this, and Khalifa, and Yuri.
I think even at this stage you can throw OKK as my favourite right now to be leading the race at some point without any safety cars, which would be just incredible. But imagine that'd be a proper last to first thing, that would. I think we need to see that. He was running P20 on lap 1, I believe, so that would be some result if he can get himself up there. What a shame this is happening in the race after he gets knocked out. If he can indeed win it. OKK, isn't he? Isn't he knocked out?
Okay, yeah.
So
OKK's out along with Risky and Cloud.
So there's no way of him getting in, even if he's in the chase now. No?
No. That's it. Their playoffs are over. The best they can hope for is P8, which will eventually become P9 once the chase driver is promoted to the championship race.
Here comes Risky outside of MK Bourne into turn 1. Tries to make this one stick. This would be a fantastic move if he can do it, but he's not going to do it. And just have to sit back and wait a little bit.
TC, by the way, led the end of lap 13.
Yep.
That's his first playoff point this season.
Well, this is the thing. His only win came post-race in Brazil. So we've seen it so many times where it's gone wrong for him right now, but he had that win. He finally broke the duct. He's now starting to get some playoff points on the board. He's picking a pretty handy time to pick up these crucial points, and if he wins it, as we say, he's on his way to China. No questions asked.
What I'm intrigued to see is if Arnold can catch up to the back of TC, what does Arnold do? Does he let his teammate lower in the standings go and have a shot at the title? Or does Arnold want to play it safe and attempt an overtake on his teammate and get to China himself? What's he want to do?
Indecisives in the wall, by the way. He's lost it on the way up the hill. He's a long way behind in last place. And that's probably going to leave him lapped, actually, when he eventually pits of that. So that is not good news for him.
Dexter's on the back of the heat now.
Here comes Risky on the back of NK Bourne. Into turn 1. Risky is up into the podium positions. What is his penalty situation? He's got 1.
3 seconds, yeah. As does MK Bourne, so that is positions you see on track. Cam is closing in on these guys, by the way.
Yeah,
he's dragging Splinter with him.
I want to see OKK's penalties. He got 2 penalties. I don't know what they were. I was looking at that. They might, yeah, they were both 5-second penalties. That's a bit annoying for him actually, because he'll have to add one of those on. He's already used one, of course, in the pits, but the other one you'll have to deal with. Although it was for a severe collision, maybe it was a collision that he was not at fault for. We'd have to wait and see the replays and all that. Just worth pointing out if he does end up at the front. And that's Arnold, I think, touching the grass on the way up towards Spoon. No need to be doing that now.
I'm just looking, if this was the final race before China, then the drivers that would be fighting for a title are TC, Arnold, MK Bourne, Splinter, and Jordan.
Jordan?
And Pete would not make it, yeah, Jordan because of the chase.
Ah, yes. Sorry. I'm being stupid.
Pete and Khalifa, as it stands, are not on their way.
Let's see, Indecisive has been lapped, by the way. And that's pretty much his race over now. Just like Brazil, unfortunately.
Khalifa up to P11. He needs to get to P8 to secure his place in the championship race. 3 more positions.
Yeah, he should do that with no real problem. I wouldn't be at all surprised, as Jess loses 2 positions in one corner, down to P16. And these 3, actually, Dexter, Pete and Jess, only 3, not to be lapping Indecisive in this race. What a shame for him.
Going back to the crash between Khalifa and Dexter, who was at fault? Khalifa being too bold or Dexter turning in? It happened very quickly.
It wasn't a move that was on, I don't think. He had DRS coming in a moment, Khalifa. It was always going to be contact. You knew the second he went in. And it has... Well, I mean, look where Dexter is now. He's 15th place. sitting in the lead of 15th for that collision, and if it's not his fault, which you could argue certainly, then, well, Khalifa, he might get in trouble for that.
And of course, penalties are doubled during the playoff period, so
well,
that would
be... What an upset that would be if he manages to miss...
I know, because yeah, he'd be staring at a 10-second penalty and a qualifying ban from Canada.
Arnaud pits. He's pulled the trigger on this one. Splinter follows him in, as does Clyde. Let's see if OKK beats out Arnaud, and by how much, because that'll give us an indication as to how far ahead of TC he will be, because that, at the minute, is what's deciding the winner of this race. And look at this, Khalifa as well, right on the back of Arnaud. And this is all happening nearly 9 seconds behind OKK. He's looking strong, you know. That 5-second penalty, if he didn't have it, if it was turned out to be not his fault, which we'll find out later on, OKK could be sharing his second victory of the season right now. And it'll somehow be more unexpected than the first one.
Impossible, isn't it?
It's mad, that.
How does this league keep on throwing up these results? You've got drivers that are, you know, you've got a guy who will set a pole lap at whatever time, and then the slowest guy is 6 seconds slower. But somehow every single week, the results are just totally muddled with drivers who shouldn't be racing each other on pace terms. But it works.
Risky there, just got another penalty. TC is staying out.
MK Bourne's back up to Risky, who will pit. And that was sensible.
Cam, interestingly, isn't pitting on those 16-lap-old tyres. Again, I did mention it earlier when he tried to qualify on the mediums earlier. I really hope he's aware that you have to two-stop. I don't know if he is, honestly. So we might just have to wait and find out on that one. It wouldn't be the first time he's forgotten to do a two-stop in a league. He did it in one hub as well.
And if he doesn't do it, that's an instant disqualification, which would be a shame because he's running well.
Yeah, it would be a real shame, that. OKK now is up to P4. There's that gap, 7 seconds to Arnaud. And if Khalifa starts harrying him, Khalifa's going to have to pit again with these tyres as well. So we'll lose them both time, really, but...
Khalifa would have lost a lot of confidence coming to a track that he loves and then making a mistake like that.
Yeah. Especially being on that Joker as well. All he had to do was sit there and wait for everything to happen around. He didn't have to do it. He was an easy street. Curse of the Joker, as you say, yeah. It was easy street, and he lost it, unfortunately. Indecisive has now been lapped by the whole field, by the way. In case you're interested. And MK Bourne, having lost about a second, I think, to TC in the last couple of laps. TC has got more than enough pace just to sit out there front. Again, how annoying would that be if he's forgotten to pit as well? I'm sure he won't, right? These guys know the rules at this point. Cam is pitting.
Hasn't missed a race this season.
Cam is pitting, so he has remembered the rule, thank goodness for that. I mean, maybe these guys just waiting a while so they can get the full out of their soft at the end. That isn't actually a bad idea at all. But let's see what Cam does. He'll obviously be going for the undercut. He's looking at a podium position today if he can manage it.
Khalifa on the back of Arnold. He's got DRS. Wow. Arnold thought about going defensive, but it'll be an easy move in the end for Khalifa.
Well, not really. He's gone wide. This is side by side of the hill now.
Yep.
Arnaud eventually backs it off. Risky's about 4 seconds behind us. Cam knows on new softs. Not many people have been pitting for the softs. They've only going on mediums. But Cam is now possibly going to be the one on the move at the minute. Interesting. Surely the top two as well are going to pit for the softs. It's just all about OKK though. I want to see
and Khalifa.
I want to. OKK's Khalifa's pitting as well. No way he's getting those tires to the end.
That's I don't want, for Khalifa's sake, for him to stay out, trying to make a recovery out of what happened, for him to then bin it, because that throws his whole season pretty much in the bin.
I want to see if I can, well, catch this lap 1 incident again, see if there's anywhere telling whether OKK's 5-second penalty was deserved, because if it wasn't, then this is what's costing the Grand Prix victory right now.
MK Bourne pits, yeah, OKK will have every right to contest that penalty if it was unfair.
Yep, top 2 in the pits. They should both be on the softs. We'll see OKK. If he doesn't see any cars ahead of him, then, well, he'll be finding himself in an incredible lead. And yep, leading the race. Now, will Arno jump any of these two? He does jump MK Bourne, but TC, and they're side by side actually. Arno's got through, and Arno's right on the back of TC now. But surely with TC's tires, he should be able to pull away.
Surely.
Let's just hope for OKK's case that he just let TC pass him on track. We don't have to worry about this penalty situation. He's out of the playoffs. He doesn't need this win. It'll make it a lot more easy. I don't want to end this race with OKK crossing the line first, but it's not actually knowing if he's won or not. MK Bourne's behind Cam, by the way. So Cam gets by Risky. He's possibly looking at P4 at the very least.
Just to clear that up for you, Risky actually overtook Cam in sector 1.
Interesting, that.
Yeah, after. Yeah, no, because Risky caught him up, didn't he, on track, so he has made a pass, so he should pull away. In theory.
TC hasn't got a single warning yet, so he should be fine on the penalties side of things. He's got better tyres as well. He's already caught a second on this lap. At this rate, he'll probably end up with the fastest lap point and everything as well. If you get a point for that. I assume he would.
Absolutely in the zone at the moment. Good on him.
All this special gold livery, isn't it? If he wins with this thing, he shall never change it ever again. Because this right now, with 7 laps to go, is TC on his way to the playoff finals in China, having qualified in 10th in the first round. As MK Bourne's got by Cam now, and he's got Splinter on him too. He's not got much pace on these tyres. Mind you, it was soft passing soft, but now it's medium on soft again. Interesting, this. I'd have thought he'd be in the zone with these as well, but it's MK Bourne now, making his way up the hill. Is he going to go through the Dunlop curve? He's got so much more overspeed here, and he just has to slow it down.
Yeah.
TC is half the gap in just over a lap. He is absolutely flying. Should he'd be passed by the start of lap 23. We know he'd be able to make these moves on the DRS towards turn 1. He's just got to keep this calm and composed. And, well, how long is Khalifa going to be able to go on these tyres? Because what he's got to be careful of, if he says, right, you know what, I'll go to the end on these tyres, what have I got to lose? If he gets a puncture or something on the penultimate lap, he's going to finish last. Virtual safety car for indecisive retiring. This is his chance. Pit. Will OKK pit as well, maybe? No.
I've become known over the last 14 weeks as Mr. Chaos.
Arnold pits. Arnold pits.
By the way.
Khalifa doesn't, for some reason.
For a change, I'm glad that wasn't a real safety car.
Indeed. Yeah. Very glad.
TC deserves this victory.
Indeed. He should not have this taken off him. And the VSC's ended as pretty much as quickly as it came out as well. And Splinter is mugged off Cam. And you've got MK Bourne right on the outside of Risky as we head up the hill. Look at him wheel binding on the way. And Risky staying ahead there. But it's all about TC at the minute. Arnold is going to come out in P10. Will he live to regret this one? Because that VSC ended so quickly, he effectively lost way more. It was effectively a full race and speed pit stop, that.
What are Khalifa's plans? 11 lap old softs.
Go to the end or blow up, pretty much, I guess, will be his idea now. It's only 5 to go. 5 to go at the end of this one. What's he got to lose is probably what he'll be saying, but if it does go catastrophically wrong and TC wins the race, that's 1 extra spot gone instantly. It just might put him under a little bit more pressure there. But speaking of which, how easy will the move be for TC? I think for his sake, I hope he doesn't go for it here. Because we know what happened with Khalifa in the same situation. TC saw it happen in front of him, and that's why he's not doing it. He knew exactly what happened there when he saw that move happening for the lead last time. He's got the DRS. do it there. He's got more grip as well on the tyres. Here he goes. Overtake, DRS. Lots of closing speed. Maybe not quite close enough on this lap unless he really wants to be very risky with it. And OKK defends it well.
He knows. He knows. And to give you an idea of the ever-changing playoff structure as it stands, if China was next week...
Oh, MK Bourne's in Narnia there. He's losing the position. Oh, they're going to hit. Carry on there.
Sorry, yeah. As it stands, TC, Khalifa, Heat and Splinter would be on their way to China, along with Jordan still. Well, Jordan's only down to 15, but there's none of his rivals are anywhere near in a position to overtake him.
OKK is defending every inch of the track right now, and is slowing TC down. Khalifa's caught by a second on the last lap, and if those tyres do make it to the end, what a climax we could end up with. Khalifa's still firm, we've got to remember this. What? He just has to hope these tyres last, because he's got the pace right now. But here comes TC once again. He's on overtake this time. So is OKK, mind you, but OKK, as far as he's concerned, he's fighting for this one. Here's that 5-second penalty. He's covering himself. He wants to finish first right now. Surely, though, this lead's going to run out in a second. TC's got so much more grip. Here he goes. Oh my goodness, we've only got 4 laps to go. TC, let's just hope he gets this one done nice and cleanly. He's got so much less ERS. That'll be deploying less and less as he goes. But he's going wide. Will he get this one done? Yes, he will. TC's back in the lead.
All he's got to do is keep it there now.
Yes, fingers crossed for him.
Arnold sets the fastest lap. OKK spins. He's gone.
Oh. Wow. Talk about pushing there. No, he's got to be careful actually, because he's actually got to be really careful. This has got minor risky. I know Risky's got a penalty, but now he's just lost the podium. He was going to finish third. He's just got to get this on the road now. It could be seconds. It could be
they both have penalties.
It could be second yet if Khalifa blows us. So OKK's job is still just to keep this on the road. He's still going to go from 20th to second right now. Well, he would have done anyway. 20th
to third. You're going to be looking at Splinter for P3 because Risky and MK Bourne have penalties.
And we'll see how this all pans out. TC's now got the 3-second lead, so we can now focus on this 4-way fight for P4 on the road. Obviously, as you say, with Splinter on no penalties, he's going to gain anyway, which is a good save for him. Again, he was right down the back too at the start.
Yeah, he was P20 on lap 1.
And yeah, we'll see how he gets on with these tyres, but it feels to me like it is certainly Risky struggling the most in this. They've obviously been fighting quite a lot. So much side-by-side action on the way up the hill these guys have provided with us. Only 3 laps to decide this 4-way scrap. So moves might get a bit desperate, a bit like that one, trying to scare Risky off the track there almost. MK Bourne didn't quite work out, but he's certainly showing he's there. Best looking on the ERS as well is Splinter. He's certainly in the best position out of the 4. And no penalties, of course, as well. And they are all catching up on OKK. And well, those tyres probably not looking in the best shape, having been off on the grass and on a spin and all sorts and being 18 laps old. Just don't bin it, please. Because that's going to be his main priority now. Just keep it on the road. Keep it. Just keep it. Arnold is on the back of Pete. For P8. We would have thought we'd seen these two all the way down here today. Still don't quite understand Arnold's logic at all as Clyde gets past Bill. I mean, what has he gained? He hasn't gained any. He's lost massively on this. He would have been right in the thick of it in this fight for the win. He could well have won this thing, Arnold, because TC was held behind OKK for such a long time. It could have really put Arnold into it. So really confusing me, this decision. But oh well, that's his loss, isn't it? If this costs him the playoffs or the finale at China, then he's got to look at this decision to pick.
Sorry, I'm just doing some maths. I'm looking at Dexter's position if it finishes as it is, Dexter will be
Car's off.
It'll be 1 point of MK Bourne.
Yeah, Mr. Johns off the track there in the middle sector. Yep. No harm done. He was already 15th, I think, anyway. How is Khalifa's looking on the tyres, and how is OKK looking on the tyres? OKK might just be caught on this last lap, you know, if they fall off a cliff. But Khalifa, I mean, they're still structurally sound. So I'm just waiting to see them go bang now. I'm astonished.
Still the podium. It'll be his first podium since Belgium.
Yeah, well, we'll see how this all works out.
7.
He would need to rely on Khalifa and OKK probably just falling off the road due to the penalties situation. And I mean, Khalifa's pace is really good actually compared to what he's been doing on his best laps anyway. I mean, he's not struggling by the looks of it on the pace. Obviously not as quick as our race leader TC, who is starting his final lap of the race. Picked up his first playoff point at the halfway point of the race. As Splinter's he's off the track, yeah.
Yeah.
He's hit someone. He's broke the front wing. Now that is bad news. Very bad news.
Tell you what, it's good news for MK Bourne.
Indeed, that would be him on the podium now, wouldn't it?
I think it's still risky on the podium.
I thought Risky had one more penalty. I thought he had the extra penalty.
I don't know.
Yeah. Risky's got one. He's got 2 penalties. MK Bourne's only got the 1, so it's MK Bourne. Okay. But look at this. They are there. They're not in DRS. They won't get any DRS at all. But you just never know. A last-second lunge on OKK into the last chicane. That could be what they end up doing right now. It could be.
TC started to conserve his tyres as well. The gap's coming down between Khalifa.
Yeah, incredibly, Khalifa's tyres are still going.
Great drive, great recovery.
Of course, they might blow up. You just never know. I said they'd never make it to the end, but I'm being proven very much wrong. One thing, though, that I am very happy to be saying right now, TC, he hasn't won properly on track yet. He hasn't got to enjoy the victory the second he's crossed the line. But as he comes through the Casio Triangle now, he's taken a victory at one of the most important stages of the season. Checkered flag is there, and he is booked to China. TC wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Great stuff for him. And I think they did go for the last move. There's a spin. They've gone off there, Risky. They're all over the road. And Risky's lost the position there to MK Bourne. He's going to get the podium there. Or is he? No. They lost their 2 seconds. They lost the 2 seconds they needed. OKK's on the podium. And it is, obviously, say Khalifa there second. Cam fourth on his debut. MK Bourne 5th and Risky 6th. What on earth was that, lads? I'll be doing that. That's so stupid. Splinter 7th, Pete 8th, Arno 9th, Clyde 10th, Bill 11th, Dexter 12th, and well, look at this, Yuri and Jordan, they're also fighting away. This can't be a good day for Jordan in the chase, but
it's not been a good day for his rivals either.
Good point that, but here to the line, who's going to get what position? Jordan gets 13th, Yuri 14th, and then it'll be Mr. John 15th and Jess 16th. But it is TC, man. Wow.
It was Jordan, P13.
Wow. So he still makes up on it then. Incredible stuff.
Points. Yeah.
So TC, it's just a massive win, this one.
It's huge.
First one into the China race. He can relax in the next round. One of those pressured points of the season. He can now put his full focus onto China.
Guess what? Khalifa's going to be joining him in China as well. He's finished P2. He only needed P9. So there's only 2 places left. What a race.
What an incredible race that was. A race that wasn't ruined by constant safety cars. Khalifa would have won that race at a one stop if he wasn't so, impatient. So the Joker nearly worked, but it didn't. So I don't know if that's the first time I've given someone livery of the week and they've actually won the race as well. I don't recall that's happened yet. I'm sure it maybe has. I've given so many, but we need to look in the history books on that one, because that could be
something I don't
creating...
have a stat on, actually.
Yeah, we should probably look in that one. That might be history made in a different way as well, that one there. And yes, Khalifa, as he says in the chat, the tyre wear master, that was ridiculous. No idea how he made that work, but he did. So, final result then. TC, well, we've got to say provisional. TC the winner from Khalifa and OKK, your top three. Who could have predicted that from the start? You look at their grip position and think, that would look pretty simple. Nope. Cam 4th from 11th, and then you got NK Born 5th, Risky 6th. They blew it at the end. No real reason to. They just did. Splinter 7th, Pete 8th, Arnold 9th, Clyde 10th, Dexter 11th, Bill 12th, Jordan 13th, Yuri 14th, Mr. John 15th, and Jess 16th. Retirements: Indecisive, White-Type, Fenagamu, and Camo Babo. And that leaves us brilliantly poised for Canada next week. I cannot wait now. These next two races are going to be some of the most exciting you'll see on this game, man. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so good.
Can't wait. Canada in a week, China in 2. It's 2 playoff places to sort out. And then that 5-man battle in China.
So, do be sure to join us then next week for the Canadian Grand Prix. The only track on the calendar where the 2 stock's actually the preferred strategy, which is why we're going to have no jokers, so no one can get cursed by it. And I'll be there, Jacko will be there, and we know we've already got some people qualified, so high pressure stuff next week, be there. Same time, same place, here on the JACKOCAR channel. Safe travels and stay safe.